Prior to being wounded, I served in the Army. I had been in the Army for my entire adult life, and I loved doing what I did, flying helicopters, and it's a pretty cool job to have. And traveling around the world and defending, my Constitution and my nation. But it was only after I was wounded and then given the resources to recover, the best healthcare in the world at Walter Reed, all the rehabilitative devices I ever needed, and some that I didn't, all of the equipment I needed to modify my home, every bit of rehab that I needed and continuing rehab and subsequent surgeries, all the prosthetic, all the limbs that I ever needed, even ones that I thought, hey, that might work, let's try that, I got. And I got because I was a wounded warrior, and the American people were grateful for my service. And you, the taxpayers, paid for all of those things. But then when I would travel between Chicago and Washington, my home is in Chicago and Washington, as a wounded warrior, wearing, at the time, the state-of-the-art sea leg, this was 12 years ago, I would get stopped in the airport. I would get stopped and people would say, can I see that leg? We're saving up money for my dad or my brother or our son or our daughter to get one. Because at the time, it was about $250,000 for one. And we just want to touch it. We just want to see what it's like. And I was given that even before I was sitting up in bed. And I realized how different the world was for people who have access to the care that they need and those who are the majority of Americans who don't. And that's not right. I spent my entire life defending this Constitution and defending what it means to be free and the liberties in this country and our individual civil rights and our rights to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And how do you do that if you can't even leave your home? How do you do that if you can't even get the basic healthcare needs that allow you to be productive? How do you do any of that? Well, you can't. And so that's why I'm so proud that you're here today and we're having this conversation.